But now it's like not loading, so I don't know. Oh, dude. I ruined it all.
Twitch is back up.
Yeah.
Sort of. I'm dropping a lot of frames here.
You got the same message again. We're offline.
Well, I see an ad actually. I don't see the stream in it.
Is it the ad for Archer again?
I muted it. It's something, some game. Smite.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the connection. I don't know why.
I'm connected.
No, but like, it's obvious to the stream that it's got a problem. So like, I'm dropping frames every so often on the encode because the connection's stalling here and there. So I don't know what it is. Whatever it was, it's not just that. It's something on the downstream. Are you still there, Ben? Yes, you are. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm just muted.
Okay. Well, now we're back in order.
Okay.
So that dude, what we missed out on, what we haven't done yet, what we haven't seen happen, is that dude shoots backwards. Like so. Into this gully.
And did he take his damage?
Then, yes, he already took the damage from the hit.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So Bjorn.
Bjorn gathers himself, I suppose.
What you gonna do, Bjorn?
Well, I'm gonna stand up and grab a javelin off the ground and hug it.
Just hug it?
Well, I mean, I was looking it up, and it takes half a movement to stand.
Okay.
So I would still have half my movement and an action left. And then it says, as examples of things you can do in tandem with your movement and action, one thing is to pick up a dropped axe. So I figure I can also pick something up and throw it.
You can pick it up, but you cannot throw it.
That would be breaking the rules.
What do you mean?
Tracy makes the rules.
No,
I
but
mean,
I'm saying the way that I
you have
interpret that.
action. You have movement and you have action. Okay.
But the action is to pick it up.
No, it's not. There's a list on page 190.
Yeah, it's
Player?
Movement position.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it too.
And it says that you can pick something up as part of moving and taking an action. In other words, it's such an insignificant thing that it doesn't count for either.
Which to me doesn't really make sense, because that means that if you knock someone's weapon out of their hand after they've taken their action that round, that means that they can just scoop down, pick it up, and then they get to use it next round. So there's no reason.
If it's an air square.
It also means
Yeah, but I mean, what are you launching it? I mean, you'd have to launch their weapon. It's like, why do you even disarm someone if they could just pick it up and hit you again next round?
It also means that someone could like run across the room, snatch a thing off the ground, and then attack with it.
Yep.
So yeah, it's your call, but my point was that I'd still have, according to the rules, I'd still have 15 feet of movement, which I could use to go wherever I need to go and pick it up if it's not near me.
Yeah.
But that's the rules, and you're the GM, so it's up to you. I just wanted to point out that
You're breaking the rules if you don't allow them to do it.
that's what it is.
You're wrong.
Well, that's what it says. The way that I'm reading it is, I am interpreting the same way that you did, I guess.
You don't have to interpret it that way. You can do it however
I
you
just,
want.
I don't like
Yeah,
it.
you don't.
I mean, I
But
don't like
just
it
wanted to
because
point out that, okay, that's what the book says, we can house rule it, you know. I'm down with whatever
My
rules
feeling
you
is
have
that-
as a GM.
That picking up of your weapon should either be a movement or an action.
Yeah, you
So
should have to
you could
sacrifice
like
something.
move and pick it up, or you could pick it
yeah,
up.
I mean,
It's not the same
I'll
as
take it
drawing
that
a
like,
weapon.
you know, the 15 motion, like it makes sense that like, you know, you're standing up, you're using all of your motion to stand up and pick up the weapon, and then you're gonna throw it, right? Like you're basically like you put your hand on it, you stand up into position to throw, and you throw. right? And that makes kind of sense to me. That's okay, but like, it's this.
Like
What
the
I'm
house
reading
rule
this.
is that we need to use half our movement to pick up a weapon.
You need to use some of your movement. Like I'll trade half of your movement for an action, for a basic action, right? Like not for like a spell or something, but for like.
Does that include drawing weapons or retrieving
Yeah.
a potion?
Yeah, like because like
anything
retrieving a
else
potion
there?
doesn't seem like to make any sense to me. It's like you can just walk across the battlefield, pulling a potion of health out of your backpack
And drink it.
and then just
And
attack.
then hit someone.
It's just like
Yeah.
Doesn't
that's
make any sense at all.
that's
I
a
mean,
lot
I
of shit.
agree, but I'm a simulationist and I'm a grognard, so like I'm totally down to track my inventory down to pound and track my copy pieces and like track shit like this. But the reason they wrote it like this is because they're trying to move away from that. So I'm sure that in the GM's book somewhere they talk about this and they say, hey, if you want, here's other rules. So I mean, dude, do it. If that's the way you want to play, I'm down to play that way.
I think let's just do it. Let's just do it this way. Like you get up, and we'll play it by those rules for now, and then, that's fine.
I like the movement costing way, like for all these little small things, like for anything. Because there's all kinds of stuff like that, like small stuff we want to do that,
Well, because it's like how nimble would you have to be to like flip your backpack around, rummage around to get a potion out, still close 30 feet distance.
totally.
You know what I
But
mean?
then
It's like what the
now
fuck
we
is that?
consider it's on your belt, right? It's on your belt.
Right.
Right. So now is that different? Because if it's in the belt pouch,
Maybe, but then
This is why
still
I
you
have
gotta
rules
like
for it.
you gotta like undo the belt pouch and like get in there, right? Like
Yeah.
Work out.
it's
this is why
it's
there
just
are rules for it. And in Torchbearer, an independent game that's like a dungeon crawler that I just got for Christmas, they actually have inventory slots where you write like there's a space and you can only have like one or two items in the belt pouch, but you can write them there. So that when this comes up, you can do it. But that's like minutia. So
yeah. I mean, it is minutia at this point. So like I think that it's okay. So you get up, you throw the javelin, give me
let's do
a
it. And
two
we'll
hit.
talk about it later. That's a nat 20.
Boom.
Of course. Yeah.
So do I
It'll
need to
be a
be
20
confirmed
or
this
one.
game? I can't remember.
No, that's just
Roll some
Just
damage.
double damage.
Okay, so that's going to be...
All these guys are like, no, just go right ahead, go right ahead.
That's going to be a nat 2 for damage. I think my strength is +4. Yeah, +4. So it's going to be a 8 points of damage.
total.
Bad guy's turn. After he takes damage.
Seems like we kind of lean towards that simulation style of this group, like with the crit fumble tables and stuff. So.
What do you mean by simulation and stuff?
So he starts to haul ass.
Good idea, buddy.
Yeah. That fucking lightning bolt that I'm gonna blast him with is gonna follow his ass.
Oh, if I hadn't knocked them back, you guys.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm not saying we go back, but as a point of reference, he was adjacent to these two guys when I knocked them back.
Oh yeah, we could have got attacks of opportunity.
What do you get?
Oh no, from you launching him though, I don't know if you have an opportunity attack. It's not like he's turning his back on us. He's like forcibly like, Pew!
Yeah, he blasted out of his face. Like the speed. Yeah, that's right. You weren't thinking, Ben.
My turn, right?
Is it your turn?
He's
Who
ready.
was next?
Karhu.
Yeah, he has to save versus Dex versus my lightning bolt. I'm fucking clouding up this place. There's a giant storm cloud above him. And I'm gonna blow him up.
He gets a straight dex roll of 15.
I believe my thing is 15 too. My DC is 15.
He succeeded.
Well, let's see how much damage he takes. I think it's 3d10. So he'll take half of that. 1, 2. Oh, where'd the white one go?
Unless you have a really bad roll, you might get him.
Yeah. I should have just fucking.
Do you want a D10?
No, I have one. Here it is. Oof, that's pretty good. 20 points, so he still takes 10.
All right. Well, it's not as dramatic as you had hoped, but basically, you know, he's running away, and you catch him with the lightning bolt, and it's kind of a good, like, you know, he like falls, like he just like shoots rigid, and like, you know, kind of, you know, launches off his feet just a little bit, falls face down in the dirt, and kind of bounces a couple times, and just goes, and then loses his clench, and that's it. He's toast.
I blast him again.
Hit him again, just for
Yep.
better.
Well, because this is this last
Seriously,
minute.
there's only like 3 wagons of these guys.
No, we're following them though. The whole idea is that we're trailing them.
Oh,
We're trying
there's
to.
some dumb screws on the way or something.
You guys haven't taken prisoners yet. Like, you guys just kill everything.
Yeah, I'm totally kidding.
Anyway,
So, all right, let's go. What are you gonna do with the bodies? What are you gonna do? You got 3 dead cultists on your hands.
we're gonna search their stupid fucking.
Some people have started to
bodies.
kind of like wander over to you, and try to figure out why the hell there was lightning bolts.
Did the cultists know what was going on above us?
Well, they probably know these guys left.
And these guys are dressed just like the other guys.
Yeah.
Then
I go pick up all my stuff and try to fix my backpack.
All right. You get what you got.
Excuse me.
Your potions are all in order.
Karhu fucking grabs one of their bodies and starts dragging it towards the rest of the cultists and goes, "It looks like you had some fucking thieves in your bunch." And just hurls the body at them. He's still a little mad from his arrow blowing up in his face.
So the cultists, like a few of them, kind of like lunge, like they're gonna attack, but
There's
then
still a giant storm cloud above me, FYI.
right, but like a few of them are like, you know, reacting to the fact that you just dragged up a dead friend of theirs, right? So they look for a second like they're gonna attack, and you hear like words coming from one of the carts, like kind of like low, kind of low but fairly loud, kind of barked commands, and the cultists all recede, kind of away from you, right? They don't have the aggressive stance that they had when you first kind of appeared with a dead body.
Karhu looks around at basically all of the wagons, cultists and non-cultists, and says, "If anyone else wants to fuck with our wagons, that's what happens!" And he raises his hand like this, and he makes like a shower of lightning out of his fingers, because he has the thaumaturgy spell, which basically makes it so he can do little effects on himself, and he goes, "Ah!" like that, and just like sparks in his hands.
You seriously just do that?
Yeah,
So
I'm a caravan guard, dude. I'm guarding my caravan.
you get back to the so you know, everyone is appropriately cowed, and is like, it's like okay,
The rest of these days.
whatever. What do you do with the other couple bodies? Just leave them where they were, or
Well, we searched them.
they're you know, they're holding, they have the scimitars and
Okay. I'm gonna inspect the wagon to see if anything damage is done to the wheels or anything like that.
Well,
it looks like they were trying to loosen the axle so that the wheel would come off at speed.
Let's get these bodies out of sight ASAP. I want to get them out of sight so I know that the cultists find them.
I think we should line them up and hang signs off their necks saying "thieves."
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, that's kind of the other way.
Because
That's what I was
basically, the
about.
way we're handling it
That's a good idea.
is as if we were guards.
Yeah.
And we caught thieves and we killed them.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't want the cultists to know that we're buff.
It's too late, dude.
No, it's not. They don't even know what happened to these guys yet. If we get them out of here right now.
I just
Dude,
fucking.
he just-
I'm looking to see if I can bury him with some kind of druid dirt magic.
I have like a 60-foot storm cloud hovering above my head. I just fucking sprayed lightning out of my fingertips and threw a corpse at them.
How far ahead was the caravan? We were talking about them being camped up like way down the road.
Were they way down the road?
Well, they were like a 1/16 of a mile, you know.
Yeah, so
Like-
these
like,
guys were-
like,
of a
I mean,
mile?
you could see the campfire
Uh-huh.
if you were standing on the road. You could see it in the distance. Like, it'd be like from here looking down to that green sign, right? Like that's how far away their
Oh,
campfire.
that's how far they were?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe less than that.
I thought they were much closer than that.
Well,
I thought they were like
maybe as far as like down in Red City or something like that. But like it's
Okay.
Well,
Right
that
now,
far, you
yeah.
probably would have done what you did, but not.
This can go
Yeah.
a number of different ways,
Just as
depending
around
on
the
whether the
people.
bodies are found, whether we have to deal with cultists.
Okay, I mean, I thought that they were basically close enough where me fucking generating a giant storm cloud and blasting someone with lightning would have been pretty clear that I was doing that. Is that the case?
Or is it more?
Or is it more like they were down there and they're like, what the fuck was that flash and the loud noises?
Yeah, I mean, I think people started to kind of approach and see what's going on. And I assume that you closed some of the distance and until you arrived where some cultists were, but I don't know.
I mean, if it's like a quarter mile down the road, I'm not gonna fucking drag the body all.
No,
the way
not a
down
quarter
there.
mile. I mean, like a 16th. Like it's like a quarter of a quarter. So it's not that far. In the end of it's a football field.
Okay, then he would have done it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did it. So cat's out of the bag,
Yeah.
and I think what we would do then is grab the bodies, line them up like tied to a tree or something.
Yep.
Hang a sign around their necks saying "thieves,"
Okay.
Yep.
and leave them like that,
Okay.
unless someone has an objection. That's
Well, I mean, you
Alright.
could tell that the cultists have been told to stand down by someone or something, you
Yeah.
know, and they're not coming back towards you. They're ignoring those bodies.
So I think this is kind of more for the surrounding caravan people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like we just murdered this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, we just murdered somebody, but it's not like we
That's why
just
Carhu
murdered
was
somebody.
trying to make a dramatic point
But
about
you
it.
did.
Yeah.
How long does it take to memorize spells? 10 minutes per level?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know how that works anymore.
I'll look at it.
My guy can't.
I think the issue here, Bjorn, is that Carhu is pretty blunt. He doesn't think of like the sneaky way or the deft way to do things. He's more of a statement kind of guy. So
There's a dwarf of
Okay.
action.
yeah.
So when you get back to the wagons,
problem.
Lai Anguston, your boss, he kind of sees you and he kind of like sneakily presses something into your hand.
Okay.
And he says, "Good
piece.
job."
Yeah. It's a wooden nickel.
No, it is actually a copper piece. It's exactly 1 copper, and he's very proud of like him giving you like, "Yeah, good job." And he has nothing for the rest of you. It's just 1 copper for him. So,
Is that the equivalent of like an actual penny though?
I mean, it's no, the value's more. It's like it's a penny in like 1920s terms. Like it's
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So
Like you could buy
maybe
like
get
a newsburger or a newspaper or like a cheeseburger or something. It's
Okay.
Enjoy that cheeseburger, buddy.
Yeah.
not-
Carhu
Alright.
just flips it up to the air and pulls his pouch up. Pink.
So you don't have any more attacks going on, but like basically the next morning after everyone's rested and everything's calmed down, your new friend Jamna arrives at your breakfast location.
Subtle.
Yeah.
You guys really know how to keep a low profile.
Way to take prisoners and find out what's going on.
Yeah, she comes up to you like when you're sitting down to your morning meal, but just before leaving, right? And she's like, "Hey," she like looks around to make sure that none of the cultists are watching, and then she and then she takes your bowl of gruel, of morning mush, and she kind of digs around it with her dagger, and she pulls out a little coiled up piece of bone, and then she kind of flicks it a little bit, and it folds out to a really sharp little barb, and then she kind of puts it down the ground and grinds it under her heel, and she says, "Sliver of bone. It's curled into a circle so you can swallow it in a mouthful of gruel without noticing. Once you eat it, it will slowly uncurl inside you, exposing a needle point that pierces your guts and kills you. I suspect that they're in all of your food. she gets up and walks away, and she let's talk this evening. She
Dang,
walks away.
girlfriend.
I'm gonna check my gruel for bone spears.
And I'm gonna ask you if I healed over the night.
What do you have?
Give me if you check your gruel, go ahead and give me a intelligence investigation check.
Investigation.
Investigation. Really 7.
Searching for traps is wisdom, though.
So
I got about this whole gruel business. I know it's important for the plot, but we were going to be hunting food for the whole trip all the way.
Yeah. Well, I got a 1.
Well,
and I have a -1 to that.
It's
roll,
your
so
it's your stew.
So you stuck your
your
finger in it
game
and stabbed
stew.
yourself.
I got a critical failure and I have a -1.
And so, okay, so
So I don't
Yeah.
find any bone spurs in my gruel.
yeah, you don't see any bone spurs. You see things like sawdust used as filler, insect eggs.
Well, no, but we're eating game meals.
Yeah, so
Well,
Well,
we're
it's
using. I don't think we're putting sawdust in our
I'm
own
assuming this
meals
is
that
kind
we're
of
preparing.
irrelevant.
What?
So I'm assuming this is all kind of our gruel is a little irrelevant.
True.
it is a gruel not prepared by you,
Okay.
It's okay.
and it's what you have to eat, and you don't really have the time away from being the bodyguard of this guy
All right.
to do a lot of hunting.
Okay.
That's why he
So
pays for your food.
I will take Jamna's word for it and not eat my gruel today,
Okay.
even though I couldn't find anything.
So
I got a 15.
you got a 15?
Yeah.
You don't find any more.
Stuff.
I don't find anything either.
But you definitely find.
I don't find anything.
You're like, no.
Yeah. I'm not gonna eat it either though.
I found the least of everybody, that's for sure.
Carhu goes on an all liquid diet, just ale from now on.
Just gonna bear out and eat someone from now on.
Eat those cultists.
That's what you could have done with the bodies. Just fed them to a bear.
Well, we did feed them to a bear. We left them on a tree. Any bears that feel like it can chow down.
You are getting close. So later that evening, she gets right to the point. She arrives, she comes back when you're having your evening meal, and kind of gets you guys alone, and there's no one around. And
Hey,
she sits,
girl.
and she kind of comes in out of the shadows and sits down. And you notice that you did not notice her on her way in out of the shadows. Like she just kind of, whoop, out of the shadows, appears, sits down next to your fire, and says, "We don't work for the same people, but we're all on the same side. We share a belief that the cult of the dragon must be stopped. I need to know what they're carrying in those wagons and where they're taking it. Will you help me find out? We can go and check tonight."
Sure. I could create a
Yeah.
distraction. That's about all I'm good for.
She starts to ask, like, well, what brought you here? What do you know that I do not, that brought you to this place, and why are you following? Like, what do you know about what's in those wagons already?
What do you know? Why are we telling you?
Well, my solution at the moment is to break into the wagons to find out what they're carrying,
We
then
suspect,
which is a bit of risk. I'm just trying to find out if you know anything that might prevent
that
this from.
it's loot from Wintergreen or whatever the hell the name of the town was that got
Greenest.
sacked. Oh, Greenest. That was pretty close. We were at Greenest when it was sacked and a dragon was flying over it, blasting lightning. We suspect that they're taking loot somewhere because they ransacked the city and then left.
That makes sense. That's
And we don't know why they're hoarding so much loot. We just seems like that's what they were doing.
Do you know why a red wizard of Thay is joining these cultists?
We have no idea. We noticed him
That's
join
a
up,
new development for us.
but that seemed surprising to us because they turned away others
Seems-
that tried to join their caravan.
It is strange. It seems very strange why a red wizard would be chumming it around with Cult of the Dragon. She says, "Thank you very much for giving me that information. It'll help, so we don't have to then break into the wagons. The trick really is going to be figuring out where they're going to. For now, it looks like we're going to Waterdeep, but from there, do you have any idea where they might be going from there? Did you?
Nope.
We assume they were just going to Waterdeep.
That's
How do we know we can trust you? How do we know you're not a double agent working for the cultists?
She laughs and said, "Well, you wouldn't, you never know those types of things, do you? Really?"
No, that's why you don't give information unless you know who the person is.
So don't worry. We're on the same side. I know that I can only say such things, but it's true.
What organization are you with?
So do I have any kind of feeling, like gut feeling about her?
Give me a wisdom insight roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my insight as well to feel her out a little more. I got a 10.
You don't really get a good read.
It's all on you. Yeah, I don't know better.
With a 10, you don't get a good read.
Darn. I have a fucking huge bonus for that, and I rolled a 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
I'm rolling super
I'm
low.
gonna
Man. I have a
kinda-
plus
I'm gonna do the
7
same.
insight.
Okay.
I'm assuming kind of all gonna
Be
be.
a 12.
Got 12. You don't detect any dishonesty.
What again? Yeah.
I don't know anything.
Okay.
I roll.
I mean, with the 12, you don't detect a dishonesty. Like you don't feel like there's a dishonest like bend to what she's doing.
Just, you had showed Harper's.
Yeah,
ding
so
dong.
she seemed to recognize that. But
Right.
That doesn't necessarily mean she's
Right. I ask her. You say you keep referring to we when you talk about your mission here. Who is we? Or are you just really uppity?
Maybe she's got a turd in her pocket.
What?
Turd in her pocket. She She kind of nods over towards Mordecai and say, "Why don't you ask the secret agent over here?" She basically says, "Thank you. We have to knowing what's in the wagons. It was the primary reason we would have needed to break into them right now. We're 2 days out of Waterdeep. At Waterdeep, we should be able to find out where the final destination is, and I would like to work with you guys on that. So." For right now, if you need to speak to me, please be subtle. But in the meantime, I will come back to you in about right around the time we arrive at Waterdeep.
Okay, so she's probably a Harper.
okay.
I also think our
I don't know if I'm missing something, but she didn't give us any information, right?
Pretty much not.
And we didn't give her any information.
Not
So
really.
we have nothing going on there.
Well, we told her what we suspected was in the wagon,
All right.
and we have similar goals.
What is her stated goal? She only said that she has similar goals, but she doesn't know
Well,
what we're doing, does she?
she was trying to find out what they had in the wagons and where they're going. And we gave her the piece of info of what they have in the wagons.
That's true. Okay.
So,
But that's it. Okay, so just making sure I wasn't missing anything.
yeah, I think that's basically
Yeah.
what it's at.
That's,
I also think now that it's not a big secret as to us being bodyguards for this guy. I mean, they know what we're doing. I would think the cultists, if they saw you and they came and tried to sabotage the wagon, they know that we're following them.
potentially.
I would think.
Seems reasonable.
Did you cast Call Lightning? Is that what that was?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
like I said, not subtle.
So,
Okay.
yeah, basically, I think we'll kind of follow the plan of just continuing to follow these guys towards Waterdeep. Keep it discreet
Yeah.
as we can, and
Yeah, I mean, I trust her, I think, but
I don't get the feeling that she's a problem. She's on our team. She may be a Harper. She wasn't clear about that.
She's a Harper. All right.
Hey, was that like, are we seriously on Limitless Adventure? Was that supposed to be challenging, by the way?
Which one? No, that the other one was not supposed to be.
Okay.
It was just 3
So
dudes.
it's there's like most of this section
all
is
role-playing.
story and role playing,
Cool.
right? It's to kind of build up the connection between the story. So the bigger brawling conflict stuff is going to be a little later.
Since I've been marked by by the cultists, I'm gonna cast a glyph of warding before I go to sleep each night.
Okay.
On basically like on my tent.
That sounds very practical.
Yeah.
So so you are now getting into one day out of Waterdeep. So one day out of Waterdeep, it's literally the next morning after this, right? The camp kind of wakes to an alarm, and as you guys are waking up and kind of merging with the kind of milling crowd, you're starting to realize that somebody was murdered.
Investigate.
Was it Thok?
No, it was not Doc.
Was it Gamma?
A cultist that was acting as a wagon guard was murdered overnight, stabbed in the back. With a sword. The wound is too big to be from a dagger. He was found underneath a cult wagon. The cultists, as you guys approach, immediately start to accuse you guys. It's probably the dwarf, maybe one of his friends.
I don't even have a sword.
Well,
We
who,
were
you
going
know,
to kill all these guys.
well, who
Settle, Bjorn.
who has a sword? So one of the guys, one of the cultists demands that your sword be submitted for inspection compared with the
My
wound.
sword.
Well, somebody said no. Well, then either submit to it or accept that you're the guilty party.
I wasn't involved. And I will not submit
There's
my sword.
no evidence. No evidence at all. Completely baseless accusation.
There's many people on this road. Could be anyone.
Well, the footprints. Look at all these footprints around the body. Look at let's look at the size of the boots in the mud. So
Show me your degree in
Bjorn here's a woodsman. He can tell us whose feet these were.
so somebody give me an investigation roll.
Well, can't Bjorn do it without any investigation? Don't you guys like have survival?
Yeah, they have
tracking and
survival.
stuff?
Well, give me investigation.
Well,
Everybody or just one person?
Well, what'd you get?
3.
6.
Oh, sorry, 4 with my bonus.
natural 20.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, man. So you basically get down, and the around the body, it's just the only footprints that are there are from all the people crowding near the body in the morning. There's nothing else of relevant information. Like any evidence that might have been near the body has been just tramped into the mud. It's gone.
I take one look at them and I say, look at me. Now look at you. Dare you question my ability to track? There are no tracks here other than ours. Did your own group murder one of yours and try to land it on us? Is that what's going on here? It's very obvious.
So as you're talking, you start to hear people in the crowd around you going like, yeah, like they're definitely like the popular opinion is on your side and against the cultists.
There are already 3 thieves in your band. What's to keep them from being a murderer as well?
And you hear somebody out in the distance like, yeah, they were caught stealing. Maybe he got caught trying to steal something from you. Now you want to blame it on everybody else.
Karhu just kind of stands behind people going, yeah.
Someone in the crowd.
Trade places.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was referring to. Yeah.
So at this point, someone in the crowd shouts out the suggestion that the cultists open up their crates to see if anything has been stolen. And at this point, kind of the cultists start to look a little uneasy about that suggestion. And the Red Wizard comes forward from around the cart and kind of comes out and he says, no. I think this is this needs to remain a mystery until we arrive at the proper authorities in Waterdeep. And the cultists seem to calm down.
So Karhu just kind of elbows a random bystander and goes, "Hey, what's in those wagons? Somebody should ask him what's in the wagons." And he's kind of elbowing the guy next to him, trying to get him to speak up.
Yeah, how come you don't want to? Yeah, and then somebody goes, "How come you don't want to be open your boxes for inspection?" Well, we need to find out if something was stolen.
Karhu
Do we have a
pushes the
thief
guy on
amongst
his
us?
left. Yeah, why won't they let us?
yeah. Why won't they let us?
Trying to incite the crowd.
And then, so the Red Wizard is basically shuts everything down. Is like, and he at this point he's just like, no, gentlemen, grab the body, and they pick up the body, put them on the back of the cart, kind of close things up, tighten the carts up, and get moving again, and just that's it. Like they're not talking to the crowd anymore. They go silent and just go away. They start heading down the road.
All right, well, let's go load up and head on and follow these guys. Stay with them.
Cocksuckers.
Do I see Gamma around anywhere in all of this?
Jamna.
Damn
She's nowhere to be seen.
Jamna Glimsilver.
Yeah, she's not anywhere to be seen in this.
Did we notice what weapons
drama.
she was carrying?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Interesting.
Do we know what she was carrying?
What kind of weapon?
Yeah, I wondered if she had a sword.
All right, well, I guess we just, load up our wagon and continue following, yeah?
Yeah. We're gonna have to get disguises if we want to follow them any further after Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys again?
Just like everyone's wearing fake mustaches and like bald caps. And what is the Marx brother glasses, novelty glasses and shit. Okay, so dun, dun, dun. So here's something interesting. You don't see Gemna anymore on the rest of the trip.
Does it seem like the word on the street is that anybody else has noticed that the handsomely dressed gnome is missing?
No one seems to remember the handsomely dressed gnome very much.
Huh.
Like, yeah, there kind of was somebody like that, but I don't really... Didn't really get to know her. Whatever. She's probably in one of the other vans, in a caravan place. I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe she got to where she was going on the ride. Who knows? No one seems to care very much that she was not there now.
Well, not much else we can do. I mean, unless Bjorn, you want to turn into a wolf and do a wider, get out away from the caravan a little, and then do a wider search around us to see if she's tailing us or tailing the caravan.
Did she have anything on her that anybody noticed? She had a lot of jewelry and stuff.
Yeah, she was well appointed, but nobody noticed if she was carrying weapons or whatnot. But she was also.
But was there anything did she have a necklace or something that I noticed, or anything about her?
Leather armor,
any
lots of
material
jewelry.
object
Yeah.
about her that I noticed?
Leather armor. You thinking to do locate
I was
object?
thinking that I could locate object.
Yeah.
If there was something there for gems. But honestly, I don't really care much for gems and jewels and things, so I probably wasn't even paying attention. I don't think she's really interested, beyond much.
Karhu would have noticed and can cast that spell as well if we wanted to do that, but at this point,
Hey, Eric,
it,
she opened that door.
it's a little off goal at this point to go chasing down some random gnome.
Yeah, I don't even really care about her.
Close it? Okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
Bjorn doesn't care about her. She's offered no practical use or anything.
I have a feeling we might run into her in Waterdeep anyway.
There's
I have a feeling that
some more to the story here.
she got.
Yeah, as a character, I'm sure she's got something going on, but she hasn't shown any pragmatic usefulness at all. So.
Well,
All right. So we got to Waterdeep yet?
yeah, we just kind of keep rolling.
So, we are closing out chapter 4. So chapter 4 is finished at the entry to Waterdeep. So you guys pull up at the caravan kind of loading areas outside of Waterdeep. After the long travel from Baldur's Gate. However, and it looks like your friend, your skinflint dwarf friend Lai, is not going to be going any further. He's going to Waterdeep to sell his wares to the dandies and the other merchants in Waterdeep.
I want to make sure I get paid by this guy.
Yeah.
So he owes you basically like 10 gold, right?
Yeah, something like that. Not very much, but
It's like 10 apiece, was that?
Yeah, it was like 10 gold apiece.
Per
So
day.
he pays you and splits out.
It was per day, wasn't it?
No, it was per 10 day.
No, per 10 day. How many 10 days was it?
That was a 10 day run.
Damn it.
All right, so 10
Just
days.
one? 110?
Yep.
Yeah, I hope we go further north. That's what I'm from.
Where are you from?
I'm in the Northlands generally, where the snowy mountains meet forests. I mean,
That's
yeah,
pretty-
basically
that's-
up north.
That's pretty vague there, buddy.
Well,
Oh,
Well,
that's
I
what
didn't-
north,
I didn't-
north, but
Yeah.
I didn't know where we were going to be playing, so I didn't.
Where the
You're not gonna
sun
make a
where the
Arby's
sun
and Trades
kisses the
character?
crystalline frosts and
But,
meets the
I'm
emerald
of Luskan.
trees.
I'm of specifically a Luskan descent,
Huh.
which I believe is from the north, from Neverwinter and such. So.
okay.
So chapter 5, Waterdeep. Um So you guys arrive at Waterdeep, and one thing that's notable is that you do finish off your kind of your transactions with your current employer. Although what he does is kind of interesting because he says that I have to pay a tax. He's like, one of the reasons why I wasn't paying too much for your rate. So it's a standard rate, and it goes by the guards union, by the standard guard companies. So even though he didn't hire you from the guard companies, he didn't want to get in trouble because he's undersigned from the guard companies. So he goes and he gives 5 more gold to the guard company, and then lists your names with them, and then you hear him in that conversation telling them that you guys were outstanding guards, and there was a number of times when there were dangers on the road, and he felt no safer in his life than with you. So so those guys are very, they kind of like, they're like, oh, okay, keep these guys' names listed, and then he bids you farewell and takes off into town. So what you notice is that the cult caravan heads straight north into town, and you do see Gemna again, and she basically kind of pops out of the woodwork there at Waterdeep, just kind of let you know that she's still there. But as soon as the cultists start to go, she kind of like gives you a signal, like, I'm following them, and takes off.
Okay.
And you don't really see her again after that.
Well, we should tail them too to find out
So,
if they're
yeah.
staying in town
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And this changed my opinion for
So my guy was an urchin, and he has from that city secrets. He can move twice as fast through cities as anyone else. But what he'd like to do is try and find some urchins looking to make a buck, and get them to tail the cultists
Nice.
for gold.
Okay.
For copper.
I'll give him gold.
You
I
see,
show him the gold, and I pay
see,
them.
it's people like you, man. You're raising the price for everybody else.
Hey, I'm just saying.
That's
Yeah.
what's going on here. You're putting a glut in the market,
I feel for the urchins, so I'm willing to.
and that's why rent is impossible to pay right now. So
Because you've been feeling urchins.
because you're like the fantasy equivalent of a Google employee.
Yep.
Yeah, you know.
So yeah, you spot a group of kind of dirty kids kicking around some rocks near a wall of the city.
You go, hey
So
kids.
I flash them the gold. Say, hey, I got a job for you.
They start chasing you around.
I tell them,
Chicle,
those guys over
chicle,
there?
chicle.
I want to know where they go. I want to know where they stay. I want to know who they talk to. I want to know everything about them, and they can't know anything about it. You do that for me, the gold is yours. And I charm
Do we get the gold now or later? What?
I try and charm them with my.
Give me a charisma roll.
Not with the blue ones.
We've all been rolling so well tonight too.
So totals out at 19.
There we
Okay,
go.
so the kids are kind of like, yeah. They're almost too excited, and it makes you worry a little bit that they might be seen. But they agree to do it and to take their payment later than sooner. And then they kind of figure out where to meet you later, and then they go barreling off into the crowd to follow the cultist caravans.
Excellent.
Nice work.
So, I guess probably what I would have done is picked like an inn close by. Said, hey, I'll be in there having a beer. You come let me know what's going on.
Okay,
So I'll go in there.
you can do that.
Actually, Mordecai would probably drink wine. He's a guy.
Because he's a fucking pussy.
He's a warlock. He can drink wine.
Well, there's not really like an inn per se, but there's like kind of like a roadhouse near where the caravans pass through.
Waterdeep is big though, right?
But Waterdeep is huge. Like it's literally like you can go into the gate, or you can and you're outside the main gate though.
Okay.
Like you're still outside the gates. Like you're not like they went into the gates, right? But you're like on the main thoroughfare outside of the gates. Lai is taking his caravan. He's waiting for clearance from the guards to go in, right? And the cultists have already gone. And they're passing through the town. Lai is waiting to go through, and basically like he's going to go into one of the local like warehouses, which are right inside the gate door, right? And he's going to go dump his stuff there. But like from where you're at, like you can either be in a roadhouse that's near like the perimeter road of Waterdeep, or you can be like, or you can just be in town somewhere.
We want to be in town.
Yeah, I should walk in there.
Would
Okay, yeah. And this is possibly the biggest town in this area. Like this is the largest town for probably 1,000 miles any direction.
doesn't it have like weird topography too? I thought it had.
I don't have a map of Waterdeep. But it's like on water, right? It's a really old town with a huge bay. It's like all Waterdeep because the bay itself is the
deep water.
is the deep water and the shipping, right? So it makes it a great place for selling goods like your buddy Lai had, because he could bring them there and sell them to the highest bidder, who may take them wherever.
Would Carson
So-
have heard of any particular ale houses of note in Waterdeep? Maybe that could be one of the ones that we choose as our.
It's like being in Napa. I mean, there's too many of them. Like it's just
Oh, really?
yeah. It's like you've got a list in Waterdeep where it's like things.
So have we already lost track of them or no?
Yeah, the cultists are kind of gone in the crowd.
Well, we've got our tails on them.
I got my tails.
Right, yeah, the urchins, right?
Well,
So
I think if
more
Carson
or less,
would've-
I would have picked. My intention, I think, would be to pick some inn or ale house
ale house.
close by that's actually in the city, and that's where I would go to meet these kids when they come looking.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible.
I'm sorry, I was distracted. So you want to meet them later at the ale house?
Yeah,
Is
at
it-
some ale house in
Yeah,
the
basically
city.
what I would do is try and
Like go into the city and explore
Yes.
a little bit. Okay, yeah, you could definitely do that. Like, I don't have too much detail for the town. It's but you don't have a lot of time, right? Like you really don't have a lot of time to kind of explore, and and chill out. You can definitely find a spot that has a decent there's as you go through the town, it's a big enough spot where there are like entertainment. There's an entertainment district or more than one of them, right? So as you're passing through the main gate, like it's very soon that you kind of encounter an area that's people are there's innkeepers standing out on their front steps kind of fanning the flames of open air barbecues and cooking pits and stuff, and trying to let people know that they're there, and they food and wine and rest and relaxation and entertainment are available.
So we find a casual spot, a nice place to have beer or a glass of wine, and wait for our urchins to come back and tell us what's up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing eventful happens as you enjoy a very good ale by your standards, and a good cooked meal, no gruel, and no
bone spears.
no bone skewers
Carter
either.
replenishes his pony keg.
Is this pony cake full up? Your total bill at the end of the day is about 5 GP. So you're eating and drinking and carousing at one of the finest establishments in Waterdeep, says the innkeeper. And your urchins come back and they say, hey, those guys, they went to the north side of town. They're kind of gathering there. They look like they're going to head back north on the trail.
5 GP each, yeah.
And just 5 GP is all of your group's bar bill.
So one each.
About 1 GP each is what you spent.
Did they talk to anybody? Any activity? Anything of note?
No, there's just the one that looks like a wizard, and the ones that wear the ugly masks.
They're already heading out of town though.
But they went to the north landing, to leave the north gate.
All right, we need a book and try to get on another caravan.
Yeah, so we should go to that caravan company since we're all registered
Yeah.
with them and see if we can get on something that's
Try to
heading out
use
right
our-
now.
Hopefully our new credentials have
Yeah.
carried over to the north side of the town from the south side of the town already.
Hey, how long does these?
Excuse me.
How long is what?
No.
Okay. So I pay off the urchins, and we will hustle over to the guard station and see if we can find a caravan heading north. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Once you get over there, you see a very harried, just a guy with a stack of papers and stamps, and he's taking down names and rates, and he's got a big locked gold box around his waist, but also right next to a big axe hanging from his waist, and so he's walking around to different caravan operators, and he's calling out numbers from guys who are basically walking out of this kind of like pen area. If you think about like day laborers, or whatever, this is basically like day laborers, like mercenaries all hanging out, and he's calling out numbers, and these guys are going and joining these caravan drivers who are and he's taking the money, and he's basically, the way their system works is they send crows with money owed to different people, and if you arrive with the caravan at the end of the journey, you get paid by the other end, right? So you get your shilling to go, and you get the rest of the payment on the arrival, right? So you get like a little bit of money now, but your salary is paid at the other end. So immediately this guy says, who are you? What do you want?
Recently,
Skinflint. We came in with Skinflint.
Lie Anguston.
Lie Angus. I know Lie. What about him?
Yeah, you can look in the books on the south end of town. We're the best guards he's ever had. We're looking for our next job, and we need it quick.
We need something heading north.
How do you know you're the best that he's ever had?
He when he paid.
He registered our name.
Yeah, he registered us at the.
How the hell am I supposed to know that? Like, when was this? He says.
This morning,
Oh,
when we just arrived.
I'm not gonna know for another month.
It is a fanfare when we arrived.
You'll have to take our word for it then.
Tell me something. Did he ever give you a tip?
In fact, I have the copper piece right here that he gave me. Put it in my hand himself.
All right. Yeah, that's lie. You were good. You must have been all right.
Single
All right.
copper.
What do you want from me?
We need a caravan north.
As soon as possible.
You want north specifically, huh?
Yeah, heading out
All right.
now.
All right, I got these fellows over here. They're going north. So you need, and he starts to make symbols that these wagons kind of like in the distances. What do you say? You want them?
Is that the only one? Go in that direction?
You come to me. You say you want to ride north. I got you riding north. Do you want to ride north or what?
We'll
It's
take
not-
it.
All right, you four, go over there.
What's the rate?
And he doesn't even say the rate. He just says, "You four, go over there," and he points at the wagons. And then he walks over. He walks away.
Okay.
We'll go over.
All right.
You new caravan guards.
All right, so, great. So the owner, the merchant,
Do we see the cultists at this point?
Oh, right. They're like across town, right?
We're across town too.
Are we on the north side?
Yeah.
That's such a huge place.
So yeah, I mean, you had to hustle to get across the town. It's like it's like a day of
Yeah, I was thinking I could transform into like a domestic cat, try to follow the urchin, and have him use beast sense to watch Thok, but I think you're home while you're doing that. So I was important to like, catch up with them.
right, because then you'd have to like figure out how to get the body there.
Yeah, and he wouldn't, I don't think he communicated. I think he's just like zonked out while he's doing that. So.
Well, I have, as I said, city secrets, which allows me to move twice as fast. So I'm sure I could have led these guys through some
Back
crooks
alleys
and back alleys to get over there a little quicker.
Yeah, that's true. And Karhu has a MasterCard, so that gets me into all kinds of places. And he has a Diners Club card.
Living in the 60s.
Pretty much. Hey, anything endorsed by Telly Savalas I want.
Just saying.
So you end up riding with
The king. The king.
Ed Hellery Lowell.
Who?
Ed Hellery Lowell.
Ed Hillary.
Ed Hallery.
Ed EDHELRILEWEL. She's a beautiful female moon elf merchant who is bringing loads of exotic wood, and she's already sold 2/3. Yeah, she's already sold 2/3 of her wood.
Oh, that's a shame.
To
She's only got 1/4 wood left.
she's only got a quarter wood right now.
What was her last name?
Who cares? Let's see. It's back in the book.
Did you write it down?
Lowell.
Yeah.
LEWEL. So you're booked up with her, and basically like
Is
you're
that bad?
yeah. So now you can go. You're heading north. That's all she says. She says probably she might go to Leylon or Westbridge, but even further north, of course, is Neverwinter.
I had asked if we saw the cultist caravan. Did they just zip right through and we missed them completely? Or did we see them at the egress from the city?
Yeah, you see them at the egress of the city. Like
Yeah.
they're ahead, a little bit ahead of you again, but they're not.
They're in view.
But they're in view.
And are they kind of keeping their own like mini caravan, or are they joining up with another kind of group heading out of the city similar to before?
They're kind of mingling with the rest of with the groups heading out again.
They're mingling. Okay, good. And then Hillary is mingling with their group too.
Yeah, I mean, because that's kind of the ritual on the big caravan roads is that it's safer in numbers, right? Because like if a big huge pack of orcs were trying to take over the caravan, at least you would have all of the guards of all of the wagons
Sure.
that are with you, rather
sense.
than just your 4 or 5 guards. So it's kind of like a shared responsibility thing. Like everybody on the road hires a few guards,
Right.
but all of the guards kind of protect all of the wagons.
Cool.
You know, and that's kind of like the unspoken deal of being on the road. But if you show up like without any wagon, it's like going to Burning Man with like no food or water, right? Like, yeah, people will probably take care of you, but
But not really.
after a while they're gonna be like, hey, dude, really, get out of here, you know? So
Fucking hippies.
Yep.
All right.
So
You might want to chat up and Hillary.
Oh yeah, don't you think I didn't think of that?
Hey, once you go dark elf, you never go back.
I'm saying I'm half throw. You know what they say.
The good half.
Another one.
I got 2 that.
I'm gonna save that roll for later. That was a pre-roll. I still feel really good about killing that Pegasus earlier.
It's not every day you get to kill Pegasus.
No, it was a,
is that the
Carry its wings around on your back.
yeah. Yeah, 100 hit points too.
so you've had no problem getting back onto the road by the High Road Charter Company,
Court of the Drag Queen.
and then the cultists are not happy to see you again. They are definitely
Suspicious.
they're definitely like, fuck you guys, and it doesn't even like they're really suspicious of you, but like you guys, like the other guys are like, you know, like yeah, but they do recognize that wherever they seem to kind of run into trouble, you assholes are there. So whether they don't really know what to make of you at all.
Do they notice they don't win?
Oh, you want them to win? Okay.
No, I'm just saying, I mean, yeah.
Who was it that fought the Dragonborn? Was it you or was
Bjorn.
it Bjorn? Because that's not the reason they recognize. Why did they recognize him?
Then we just mop that guy up, though, right?
Which guy?
It's true.
The half-dragon guy.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
mean,
right.
yeah.
We
No, he, like, if I remember correctly, didn't he almost kill one of you guys or 2 of you guys?
He was doing okay in the battle, but there was too much of us for him to.
Yeah, there was too much all at once,
Yeah.
but like
He got a couple of really good hits in.
Yeah, because
there was
Yeah.
somebody, like
I
somebody
think
had
it
a
was-
death
Wasn't
check.
it Thought who was in the hallway and getting blasted by lightning?
Somebody else almost died.
Yeah,
I thought it was you who got hit really hard by
Yeah.
him.
It
Somebody-
was you that almost died because we were playing you at that time, weren't we?
No, because that was a different battle that you guys almost killed me in.
I don't remember. But
Somebody was in line with the Dragonfire breath or something like that.
Yeah, I'm just talking shit.
that's right.
Yeah, we did kill him though. We killed him good.
I'm gonna punch a commercial and keep talking, but not a lot happens on the road north, but you do. It does take a number of days. What is this? Gosh dang it! New Archer tomorrow, by the way, in case you didn't know.
What's archery? Never mind.
Ah, dude,
I just wanted to point out that I have no idea what it is. And I'm fine with that.
it's amazing. And if you ever encounter it, do so with an open mind. You might enjoy it. So you kind of get the impression that you're heading about 200 miles up the coast. You're kind of going through. What the hell? Stop it! This thing doesn't want to stay on the mute.
Is that to Leylon? Is that 200 miles?
That happened to me too. I think it's the ads. I think they just don't remember the settings of the ads.
The ads just don't respect.
Are we taking the coast road?
Taking the high road to Neverwinter. Da, da, da.
You're going up there. So the story is that the Mere of Dead Men right there is a cold water marsh. About it's about 200. You're trying to get to Leylon and then take the high road to Neverwinter, which is where your merchant wants to go anyway. But the Mere of Dead Men is a big cold water marsh, that kind of mixes from the water coming off of those mountains, right? The Sword Mountains. And that road has to keep over the last 100 years. It's moving further and further and further east, up into the mountains to accommodate the marsh as the marsh grows and grows and grows. And right now the road is being kind of rebuilt and run through to the high road to get to Neverwinter, because Neverwinter itself is being rebuilt. The Lord of Neverwinter is rebuilding after several hundred years of problems, as chronicled in the video game Neverwinter Nights. Actually does tie into the stories there, wouldn't you know? So the
is this after the spell explosion thing?
What's that?
The time of no magic or whatever. Yeah, irrelevant. Go on.
The one from the
books.
Oh no. Well, that was the Dragonlance stuff, wasn't it?
It was Driz stuff.
Oh, I don't know. There's no mention of that. But they're saying that basically Lord Neverember is rebuilding Neverwinter.
Cool.
Which was destroyed by the eruption of Mount Hotnow.
Oh, that's where the dragon was. And he's the one that blew it up.
Yep.
Yep.
Dig.
I dig it.
So basically Neverwinter's being rebuilt after those events. So
you would have liked those ones. They had a lot of Artemis and Trajan.
Yeah, I'm sound familiar, so I think I read that.
Yeah. He gets a sentient sword.
I like the newest set of his books.
Not the newest, but new-ish. New as of 5 years ago. I think he has a new set that's like out now.
So we're gonna do it's 11 p.m. So we got you're headed up the coast. You're going through the Mere of Dead Men.
Okay.
On the seventh night, you camp on a hilltop for which you can see the first sight of the Mere of Dead Men. It's a chilly tangle of trees, brush, boggy ground, standing water, reeds, and cattails stretching farther than the eye can see.
I'm still casting a Glyph of Warding each night. Just FYI.
So, So on the night that you arrive at the Mere of Dead Men, one second. You guys make camp what you so you make camp, and then in the middle of the night, an alarm sounds.
Yeah, this looks familiar.
Yeah, I know. It looks a lot like the other campsite. I know. So here you are. Here's where your camp is, ostensibly. Dig it.
I bet you can.
And then what happens is that the alarm sounds, and you see these dudes approaching.
What are those dudes? Oh, troglodytes?
No.
Lizard people.
Fucking
Lizard man.
Lizard men. That's right.
No, lizard woman.
6 lizard folk.
Lizard woman.
This is PC if you hear me.
Carpet is still wounded.
Nah, it's been days, man.
Yeah, so fix it.
That's your bars.
Oh, my bar is wounded. Thank you.
Bar, yo.
I can't touch me. Oh, never mind. That's my fault. Wrong tool. Karu casts a spell.
Roll for initiative.
20. I got a 21.
17.
What'd you get, Bjorn?
Muted 11.
The lizard guys.
So 16 for lizard folk,
16.
and then we need one more, and a 9 for lizard folk S.
Lizard folks.
So there's a female. They've got a sorcerer.
What? One of them's female?
I'm just guessing.
Oh.
Yeah, one of them's different, you're saying, right?
Yep,
Oh, he's got a little thingy on him.
I marked him.
Ah.
The squiggle is.
He's got a squiggle.
That's the caster. Kill him.
He's got a squiggle. He looks a little different. He's got a few extra bones around his neck. His
Is he holding a weapon?
Hold on.
The question was more, is he not holding a weapon? Compared to the other ones who might be.
He's got. He's got a stick in his hand, but it's not as big as the other ones. Everyone else has like a big club, or a a big sharp stick.
What did they get for initiative?
16, and the other one that has a little squiggle is a 9.
Okay. Do I go first? Who goes first?
I go
Doc?
first.
Yeah.
Am I able to run across this creek?
Hmm.
Can I run across this little creek thing, or do I have to take the road to get to the lizard guys?
Assume that none of that is
Anything.
harsh terrain.
Okay.
Just that's just there for looks.
Yeah. So I'm going to run over to the special guy. And in a rage, of course, and I'm going to attack recklessly. Got a 18 for my high for my first attack.
18 to hit on special lizard.
Hits.
Six, 14 on my first hit. Unless she's dead, I'm gonna try to hit her again.
Oh,
I
how
was
much was it?
14 on my first hit.
That's a hit.
Okay.
And that was the damage. 14, right?
Yeah, 14 damage. Right.
And she's not dead, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, I'm gonna hit her. Try to hit her again. Ooh, natural 20.
Okay.
So that's triple damage
Triple damage.
because I get an extra roll on it.
Awesome.
Ready to say, woman, you've just been found.
Yeah.
How are you guys able to tell what gender this thing is?
6.
You told us.
I didn't say it was a female.
I said lizard ass.
Yeah, lizard S is in the character S.
So when I
The one that's shaped like a snake.
do get a crit hit, do I add?
You
that
only add that once.
Once. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. So we had 29 plus 6 is 35 more.
Okay.
35?
So
35 more.
35 and 14. So you did 49 points of damage? Holy shit.
that's ridiculous. Okay, so
Jesus
first of all,
Christ, Doc. He
I've kind
fucked
of got
the
to mark one
shit
that's
out of her.
different. It's hard for me to believe that like the one different one, you would see that one and you'd charge into the crowd and kill it directly.
You explained it in such detail.
Like no, but I mean that's insider detail, right? Like all I could do was say that that one's different, or I could have just fucking not done it. So from this point forward, like I'm just gonna all of a sudden launch a fucking lightning bolt from the one in the back, and you're not gonna know shit until that happens. Secondly, that thing is dead.
Fuck you. Tracy, Dan's prerogative. Just make another one come.
Anyway,
I was gonna say, in the future, you
Yeah,
could,
you could do Tracy.
huh?
You could keep something on the GM layer over, like to market or something.
No, I'll just do it from my own memory and just not unless you like ask like, hey, what is this one wearing? What does this one look like? Like I'm not gonna bother with like any kind of narrative. So I'm gonna.
I think we'd have to make a perception check to determine there's a difference.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing, right? But like you made an active decision to like go attack it, and that's fine. But like that's not. It won't necessarily help you in the future. So okay, go ahead.
All right, who's next?
Karu.
Karhu is going to leap through the air. Yeah! Boom! Right to here. Actually, let's see. I was here. Let me just check something. 20, 15, 20. Karhu's actually going to do an end around on these guys. I'm going to charge around here. First, I'm going to cast a spell before I leave where I am. I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians. Which basically, I would request that the effect be that there's a massive swirling clouds around me that are crackling with lightning. And I swoop around here and land in the middle of these motherfuckers. And I just go, feel the wrath of the storm, filthy cretins!
Filthy Cretan.
Yeah. And then,
Offensive.
so Spirit Guardians is basically like a swirling group of fae or spirits of some kind are swirling around me, and they attack anything within 15 feet of me. Yeah, maybe dwarven spirits.
How come I can't see the bars of this guy?
So now I have a 15-foot aura.
If you use the max help them,
Oh.
Actually, you know what? I would have gone here if it's 15 feet.
they ain't those values.
There we go.
Can I give myself an aura, or does Tracy have to do that?
No, I think you can do it.
You can do it.
Okay.
Just make
aura.
it better here.
Wheel.
Or a 1.
Cool.
Woohoo!
Oh wow, that's big.
Yeah.
What is it?
Spirit Guardians. So
Spirits of
the spirits of my dwarven
gone
ancestors
dead.
start swirling around and beating the shit out of anyone that comes near us.
Okay.
And so on the start of their turn, they take, on a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage. On a successful save, they take half. So when it's their turn, they're gonna take damage because they're in my zone.
Okay.
And Karhu is just standing in the middle of them, raging with his hammer in one hand and his shield in the other. Ah!
All right.
He's got his beer mug held behind his shield. He takes a little drink.
So there's no damage until they attack, right?
There's no damage until their turn starts.
Okay. So it's Mordecai.
Okay.
Oh, and their speed is halved.
Okay.
Yep. So on when their turn starts, or if one of them enters the area. So if that one that's on the back there tries to cross to get towards anybody, they get wailed too.
All right. So Mordecai is going to cast Shatter.
Shatter. Shatter.
And he's going to do it. Radius. So
I didn't actually have to put myself right next to those guys. Damn it.
It's okay, that'll be good soon.
Could have
I'll
put
probably
myself
get it
there.
for your next turn. Yeah, how many does it move?
Is this cheating?
That's where I would have put myself, but.
But you didn't, so you were
realize.
there.
That's fine.
So what I'm trying to determine is, can I put Shatter here and not hit Karhu?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's
Oh, is it friendly fire?
well, shatter is a
Yeah,
50, it's a 15-foot cone, right?
10-foot radius sphere.
10-foot radius sphere around you, or just in a.
No, it's
centered on a point that I choose.
yeah.
So what I was thinking is if I put it right here, that was the center. And it would be 1, 2, 1, 2. If it goes diagonal, then this would hit Karhu.
Yeah, you'll hit Karhu there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you want
Alright, so I won't do that. Instead, what I will do.
So you're basically doing this, right? Because you're. Yeah, no, you're.
Yeah, I understand.
So
You can
that's.
still hit 2 dudes.
Yeah.
You just probably can't hit 3.
God damn it. Yeah, so that's the center of that. That's even like the center of that. Right?
Yeah,
So
because it
that's-
won't let you do from the corner. It wants you to do from the center of the square.
Yeah. So that will hit Karhu if we do it there.
So I'm not going to do that. Instead, what I will do is.
I mean, you could go up here and then hit these two.
Nah. I'm just going to Eldritch Blast. 1 each
I knew that was coming.
on the 2 guys next to Karhu there.
Okay.
I'm going to make them repelling blasts. Alright?
Okay.
If you launch them out of my sphere, then they won't take damage.
They'll only go 10 feet, so they won't be out.
Okay.
10 feet is out of the sphere, and one on something outside.
So yellow is the left
Oh.
one, blue is on the right.
Not because it's out.
What was that?
4.
So the blue, I got a 20 to hit.
Okay, so you hit.
12 is a miss, I'm assuming.
So you hit the left one, I guess.
Is 12 a miss?
Yes.
So I hit the guy on the right 4.
Okay. I'm gonna bring everybody
we
down 1 space because with this pushing them, it's gonna push them off the map.
Okay.
You can drag select. You already passed it now.
I'll do it anyway. Don't worry. Okay, go ahead.
So the guy on the right takes 12 points of damage and gets pushed back 10 feet.
Okay. It's a miss on the other guy. Okay.
Correct.
All right, so Lizard's turn.
They all take 3d8 damage first. Or they have to make saves, the 4 that are in my area of effect. And that's a 15 DC, and I believe it's a wisdom save. It's a wisdom save.
What's the DC? 15?
15.
Miss. Going from right to left. Miss. Miss. And he made it. So the last one made it.
Okay. 13 or 6, we round down, is that right?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
So 13 for 3 of them and 6 for the other. This spell's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
And now they get to do stuff. But their movement is halved. The 4 that are in the area.
Okay. Hey, what the hell?
It was a good call on the spirit dwarves, Bjorn. That sounds awesome.
You did it.
Cool.
So there's all these ghostly dwarves kind of spinning around, hitting them with warhammers and,
Yeah.
and maces, and you know, there's even like a really old school one wearing like furs, who's like Swiss, who's basically got a big rock on a chain, and he's just swinging it around. Right.
That's awesome.
So so one died, and these guys retaliate.
Oh, one of them died. Nice.
So these two right here both center their attack on you.
Oh, that's kind of the idea.
Um,
My armor class is 20.
they get 2 attacks. They got heavy clubs. Your armor class is 20?
Yes, it is.
How is that?
I have plate armor and a shield.
Bully. Okay.
I will double check and make sure that I didn't fuck that up. I'm pretty certain I didn't. But you looked at me so incredulously that I feel like I must check.
So it's okay either way. It's still going to be a pretty common. So the first one goes to swing his shield at you, and these shields they've got are like these big tortoise shells with like spiky growths all over them. So he tries to bash you with this spiky shield, and
Cool.
he kind of whiffs that, and then he goes to hit you with his club, and you kind of hunker behind your shield a little bit, and he basically shatters his club against the shield.
Yeah, plate is a 18 armor class just by itself.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got the shield +1.
Yeah.
That's pretty
No,
amazing.
I have a regular shield, but all shields are 2.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. I mean, unless there's a different thing for buckler, but a straight up shield is a 2.
Okay, so that's similar thing, except this time, the lizard folks, his shield, basically, you know, you hear a crack when he hits it against you, right? And then he sees his arm, and he just throws it off the side because of the natural materials versus metal equation, right? But however, he comes over on his overhand down with his club and hits you square on the forehead with a natural 20. And
Good thing we're in a helmet.
he gives you 4 8 points of damage.
I'm going to thunderously rebuke him,
You would.
and that will do 2d8, and he needs to make a dex save. 9 or 4.
What level of save?
15 again.
Okay,
Dex.
so we got 4 damage then.
Okay. How much damage did he do to me?
8.
8.
8.
Thank you. Oops. 8 total.
All right, and this guy.
Minus 8 is 34.
It won't let me ping from there. Okay, this guy.
Ping.
I can't ping.
Sorry, man.
You got to be
I
on
saw
the
you ping.
selection tool.
Yeah,
I saw pings.
yeah, I see a brown thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
See
this guy,
farting?
this guy right here. No, he's communing with nature. So this guy right here, basically like pulls out 2 javelins out of his pack, and he's just like at you.
Whoa. And me?
Pissed you.
Two javelins, that must have cost all his movement.
It probably did.
He's throwing past thought.
He's throwing past Thok. That's right.
Got a problem with you.
Okay.
You're at the center of this maelstrom of fury and thunder, dude. Like, why
Yeah.
would you? You know, it's kind of like attacking the caster first. You know what I'm saying?
I hear it.
So here you go.
Although I didn't take nearly as much damage as Thok, so he's got a fucking another thing coming when Thok goes and Thoks him.
So let's see
Oh,
here.
yeah. I can see your health bar.
Huh?
You can't see my health bar?
It might just be the token on top of it.
It's on top of the
green.
lizard.
Ours is green and theirs are red.
Yeah, I know.
But on my screen, actually, I can't see it either. I think it's underneath the other guy or
It
something.
might be underneath the token. And it's probably that green aura is probably fucking with it too.
Maybe.
Nah, I can see it just fine
So-
on 3 different screens. In here.
Javelin 1, Javelin 2. They're both misses.
Yes. Clang clang.
One clearly misses, the other one kind of like hits you in the back and falls to the ground. Does not pierce your armor.
That's right, bitch.
Finally, the other one there, guess what he does?
Runs away.
He throws 2 javelins at you.
What? He doesn't
I
even
thought
move.
he was going to cast a light
Okay,
bolt.
so it's over.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, ball lightning is what he casts.
Hope he doesn't hit his friends.
No, these guys only like I'm trying to play the rules here. I only had one caster.
Throw in some more.
Well, took care of him.
All right, fools. You know what this guy does is he fine then. You know what happens?
Oh, look at his screen disappear.
I don't know how to do this here, Josh.
I mean, I haven't even had my turn. This guy doesn't die.
Poor Bjorn.
You know what?
It's like that every combat.
You keep saying that, but it isn't like that. Because
It
that
is,
other
totally.
combat went on.
Hawk runs in and he kills one guy. Then Karhu jumps in and blows up everything around us. Then I shoot one guy and kill him. And by the time Bjorn goes, there's like
He has to roll better initiative.
a bunch of wounded guys and a couple of dead guys.
Yeah.
Where's my spell list here? Ooh. How was that? I gotta go by. I haven't played a caster in a long time. Like I haven't even been able to use like in most of the encounters that you guys have encountered a caster.
We've killed
I've
him
never
so
even gotten
fast.
a chance to use any spells.
That's always been the problem with casters in my D&D experience. Is that
Oh, yeah.
If
Because
they
we're
won't
trained
train,
to seek them out.
they have so low armor classes, so low hit points that by the time they get to go, they're dead. Because a Thok runs up and does 49 points of damage. You know what I mean? And it's like,
He thought the shit out of that guy.
I know. And that's always been the experience I've had with casters. Is they just get mauled.
Well, the thing is,
There's this theory that at high levels, you know, like 10 plus maybe, they start to get more powerful and are able to
I
beat
think the deal
warriors.
is that
But I've
that
never seen-
that caster that just came now is supposed to cast a defensive spell first. You know, like as they're walking up.
Maybe.
You know, well, I mean that's I think that's the point of casters is that you can't just like stand there and hope
Yeah,
you
but-
survive long enough to shoot off fucking
The
20
thing
magic
is, like,
missiles.
there aren't
Well,
that
yeah,
many.
but he hasn't even had his turn yet, right?
Yeah, well,
I
there
know,
are-
but I mean,
Yeah, but they knew they were going to approach a
they
caravan.
knew they were
and
approaching.
probably-
He should have
Yeah.
casted Mage Shield or
Well,
Stone
I'll tell you,
Skin or whatever.
There are no good defensive spells.
There's no good defensive spells.
There's not a lot. I mean,
Mage
I'll
armor
look
gives
this
you
up.
a minimum
Because they're
of
trying to reduce the amount of buffs you
It
have
gives
to
you
fire.
13.
13.
That's only 3 above naked.
That's what a mage armor does.
That's pathetic.
And then shield only protects you against magic missile and stuff.
Dude, this is the worst spell list ever. It's like, oh yeah, so first they go by fucking class,
Oh, I know.
and then they go by alphabetical order. It's like,
It's
fuck
terrible.
you.
It's
This is
terrible.
the way it's always been.
No, it used to be list by class.
It was listed by class before.
So you could just and the beauty of that was that you could just go to a class. So like, if this guy
Isn't that way since third edition?
I never played third edition.
that way blows balls, dude.
Yeah, that way sucks.
Dunks balls
Yeah.
in it.
But I mean, since third edition, I'm saying. So in other words, it's been a number of decades that it's been that way.
The beauty of it was that you could just flip to the section that has the level of the spell that you want, and then you just pick it, rather than having to
I
like
think
do
all the
research.
others were run by school.
Yep, that's what I want.
School and class. I guess. No, you can't do it by class. Though. You can't organize it by class.
Yeah.
Because there's too
Because
many
it's-
overlapping spells.
Yeah. So it has to be just by school and domain or something like that.
I think it should be by level.
But then that's even more confusing, right? Because then you can't just flip open the book. So I think by name is probably the best you could do.
I think by level would be fine.
Level would be rad, and then you could just add, a tag
Level-
to it that says which classes have it available. So I could just go, oh, this guy is a level 6 whatever. I can look and then go level 6 or level 3 spells available to blah, Anyway, what happens is that the lizard person standing at the outside the edge of the swirling mass of spirit dwarves mumbles and hums something sharp and makes some clicking noises, and then raises his club into the air, and in a 20-foot radius on the ground,
Nice.
sprouts and hard spikes and thorns spew onto the ground.
Spike growth. Dig.
Yeah, this one very well.
Yeah, we know this one.
So
You could draw a.
Yeah, you could just do a square for that, right? Or well, it is a radius.
you
yeah,
can-
I'm just trying to.
I was gonna say you can draw a circle. I don't know if you can set the width of it.
Yeah, you can draw a circle and drag it.
Can you draw it by size?
You can draw it on every side of the thing.
What the hell?
Mine only has squares.
You have to hold all.
Can't hold alt on my
Dude.
tablet.
Stop it.
You can't resize them, I guess. Or actually, GM might be able to, but I can't.
Dude.
Hey, come on now, I'm holding you. Fucking good. I'll change my shit now.
I can change mine to yellow.
Just chill out. You guys are so territorial, man.
Can get it to make a circle.
There.
Boom.
It's roughly where it goes.
Cool. Jerk.
But it's going to be twice as big as that, right?
What do you mean?
What's the radius? 20 feet.
20-foot radius, sorry.
Yeah, it's twice as big as that.
So
I'm just used to casting it, so I was like, that looks kind of small. It's basically the whole map.
Yeah, it's like here. So there you go.
Wow, it actually gets Bjorn.
Wow. Gotcha.
Your left foot, at least.
Yeah, until we gave up the druid and took away their moving through difficult terrain.
Did they?
Pretty sure, yeah. Double checking right now.
Okay.
Oh no, it's 6th level.
Ah,
Are they done doing their stuff?
So
Yeah, so it's
he
Bjorn.
cast that, and now it's your turn.
Bjorn!
Basically, if anybody moves, my turn? Okay. I will stand where I am and I will summon nature's forces and call lightning.
yeah.
So that's a 60-foot radius, I think, which is like the whole map. So unless we're leaving here, I don't care about that part. But I'll show you where I center it. And it's going to be right here, basically, this round. So I want to hit these two guys. So they need to make a DC 15 dexterity check to reduce the damage by half.
So only those two guys, or like everybody?
No, just those two. Call lightning only affects.
It's a
You
5.
cast it on a 5-foot, like an intersection, at a point, and it's 5 feet out from that point.
Oh, okay.
So I can cast it right there.
Yeah, so 4 squares, basically.
And bam.
All right.
So the damage is 12, or half is damage your reflex.
Over 6.
So the one on the outside is succeeds. The one on the inside does not.
Dang,
6 and 12.
wrong one.
So was it 6 and 12?
The damage was 12.
Yeah,
so
6 and 12, yes.
Water takes 6. And takes 12.
I will remain where I am.
All right.
So that's me. So if I step out of the thorns, I take damage, right? But it's also
2d4 per square.
okay. But I only need to move out of 1 square, right, to get out of it.
Yep.
Is that right? And
Yeah.
then it's
And then
difficult
it's
terrain.
It's also like difficult terrain, yeah.
So what is that? What does that mean for the first school?
Cost double.
Just takes
Double.
double a movement.
Yeah.
Is the spirit guardian, or is that difficult terrain for your guys too?
It's difficult terrain for the bad guys. They have half movement on that.
But no one else does. Okay.
No, yeah, I can indicate people that I don't want it to hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So. One, 4.
This is.
I'm gonna take 2d4. 4 and 4 is 8. So I have that.
Technically, he should have rolled that.
Oh,
was it?
sorry. Yeah, you roll.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Either
so-
that or you can take the 8.
2d4, or he rolled 8 already.
Oh, you rolled 2 4s though.
Yeah.
Take them.
Alright.
Not re-rolling that.
Max damage.
And Doc, I think if you pass that first guy, you'll take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I will not do that.
Either stick to the inside guy or.
Yeah.
You might have enough movement to move a square, because you have a lot of movement, right?
Yeah, I do. I
So
have
that would
40
be
feet.
10, 15,
No, but doesn't
half,
attack of
25,
opportunity
30,
like count
35.
when you're moving around a character too? Like
40.
you would have had to
Just
move
when
to
you leave.
what?
What?
I'm pretty sure it's when you leave their range.
How much movement do you have? Do you have 40? now?
40, but it's half, so it's 20.
No, it's only half for the first square, so you could actually make it without passing within a square of that first guy. So it'd be
But
10.
does it even matter?
Well,
I don't think it even matters, because I think you have to leave range for it to matter.
No,
Yeah.
if you pass somebody, they get it. I'm pretty sure they get an attack of opportunity.
But he's not passing, he's circling around.
Well,
But, yeah, anyway.
not to be a jerk, but it's this guy that's the problem. Because
Oh, the guy next to me.
Yeah, because you were here, and so if you move
Right.
into this and then go over here,
Yes.
This
Okay.
guy would get the attack of opportunity.
So
All right.
does
Oh,
he
yeah.
does he get one?
Are you gonna
Trace?
take it, or are you gonna? I mean,
Sure, I'll take it.
But why would you do that and not just move up to the left instead?
Oh, I mean, I guess I'll do that. Sure. So I was here, right?
but then it's if you can move diagonally, then you're still leaving his 5-foot range, right? Because
Okay.
like, look, he was here,
Oh
right,
wait.
within attack range of that guy,
Correct.
right? So
Anytime I leave it, I'm gonna take an attack.
Oh, you were there. Yeah, you have. Yeah, you're gonna take one. You can't
You
get over
move
the
away
other
from
one.
him and gets an attack.
yeah, so you've gotta like whether or not he goes here and then over here, or goes to here directly, it doesn't matter. Like you're gonna get an attack of opportunity from that lizard man.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah.
So, but over here, you don't have to worry about it until you actually
Because I'm
leave
entering.
this guy.
Right.
So, I mean, you could go as far as here.
Yeah, and that's all I was talking about. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't realize we were talking about the guy.
But I still get one from the other guy. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So that you're cleared for that guy. Gonna
Yeah.
give you attack. All right. So they do have multi attacks. They attack twice.
All right.
So he takes a bite and I think this is the one that
On
busted
the
up his
attack of
shoulder.
opportunity, do you get multiple attacks?
Well, I mean, it's standard attack, right?
I don't know.
So I mean, his regular attack is multi attack.
Okay.
So
I don't know.
In,
I'm just
in
asking.
all the versions of D&D, it's not full attack, it's just one attack.
Yeah, that was
But
my
it's-
question, but I don't know.
And for these guys, I don't think they have
And
two
you
attacks.
actually-
I think they just have their attack.
It's actually
rolls
limited by
with
your
it,
dex too, I think.
but I
You
don't
can't take more attacks of opportunity, the X bonus, or something, or like you need to take a feat to get more than one, or something like that.
Yeah. They haven't done a reaction though, so they've got.
She was-
He has the chance for the attack opportunity. Anyway, if I can just suggest, I don't think it's going to matter too much whether he does the two or not.
Mhm.
Well,
So
Yeah,
he's gonna take two
Say
out of
take-
you, right? So
yeah,
he
yeah.
tries to hit you with his shield and take a bite at you. Actually, he tries to bite at you and then smack you with a shield. So bite and then shield. So you got 15 and 21.
Missed with the first, hit second.
Okay. 8. Because I only roll max.
it's a good way to be.
Okay. So I'm going to recklessly attack the guy who's casting a spell
Okay.
earlier. It's 15 and a 22.
Is the reckless attack for advantage?
Yeah.
So you hit.
Okay.
So, in regards to your repulsion spell, it actually does say that if something moves you, you do not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And it says here that you make one melee attack against the provoking creature. So, I guess if that guy's melee attack is a multi-attack, then it would just be a multi-attack, right?
I mean, that's the thing, is that it's under actions multi-attack. So makes two melee attacks.
Okay, then this is saying that it would just be one melee attack. Is what
Okay,
it's
could
allowed
use
to
one.
make,
We'll do that from now on.
just for future ref.
Word.
Okay, so it's 6 and 8, so it's 14 points of damage with my first hit. And let's see, what was my second hit
It
on
also
him?
says the attack interrupts the provoking creature's movement, occurring right before the creature leaves your reach.
I don't think it stops him. I think it just happens.
It just happens before. Oh, so you might not get to where you're going if they kill you or
Right.
Yeah.
whatever.
Or
Okay.
stun you or
That's
something.
what I would think.
Got it.
And my second one was a 28.
28 points of damage?
No, 28
yes, okay.
to hit.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
You don't have to ask when it's
Well,
a 28, dude.
he's a DM.
There's like not much you can't hit with that.
So it's plus 17 more.
Jesus.
All
I
right.
don't think there's any. Is there anything you can't hit with that?
You kill the caster dead, and the spiked growth disappears.
Oh wow,
It's amazing.
that's awesome.
Cool.
That was Thok. Now it's my turn. I'm gonna hit the weakened one with my warhammer, and I get a +7 to hit with that guy. And I rolled a 1. My goodness. Ugh.
You got the rolls tonight, boy.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll percentile?
Yes.
Okay. The gray one is the 10s. Oops. 92. Fucking on fire tonight. Yeah. Jesus
Your
Christ.
clothes fall off, your weapons break, and
Dude.
you trip.
I fucking puncture one of my nuts. I get a torsion in my left testicle and have to seek medical aid. I'm pretty sure I lose concentration for that at the very least.
Is that what it's called when your nuts get tangled? Torsion?
Yeah, actually, if one of your nuts inside the sack gets twisted, it's called torsion.
Yeah, that's bad
Yeah,
news. You don't want that.
I had a friend when I was a kid who lost one.
What was your?
I did too.
96, 69,
Oh, wow.
92.
92.
I'm assuming that I lose concentration for that at the very least, right?
I think you get.
What was it?
Torsion.
Oh, I get a roll, right?
Yeah.
It's
Tes-
a roll.
testicular torsion.
That would make you lose concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You lose concentration on your spell.
No
and then-
roll, you lose
Okay,
concentration.
quite a man to maintain concentration.
Yeah. Is concentration, is that a wisdom check or what is that?
So this is what's gonna happen. So
Okay, tell me.
So your attack ricochets back and you hit yourself.
Oh, good.
So roll damage for the attack.
Fuck. All right. That's one of these.
Just like fucking yourself up
That's
today.
a 7. Do I add my strength to that?
You just a full attack.
Okay, so I take 11 points of damage.
Spells,
I've been fucking destroying myself this game.
seriously.
A lot of ones been rolled so far by us.
Yeah.
Come on, open up the dialogue. And now, do I have to roll for concentration, or is that
I'm reading the block right now.
okay? Thanks.
So yeah, taking damage, you have to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain. The DC is 10
Okay.
or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher.
Okay. So that would be the 10 then. Ah, I saved.
All right.
So I'm still concentrating. I rolled a 20.
All right. Fair enough.
All right, we are on Mordecai.
God damn it.
All right. Mordecai is going to do Eldritch Blast, a duo. He's going to do one at each of the wounded guys by Karhu. I'm going to go yellow is the left, blue is the right.
Are you dual blasting again?
Yeah. So I got a 19 on the left and a 22 on the right. So I'm assuming that those are hits. Go orange left and green right.
Can I thunderously rebuke myself?
Alright,
Yeah, but
so
who would take the damage? You just like
Yeah.
invert the damage on yourself.
the wounded guy on the left, on the top left, takes 11, and the other guy takes 12.
Dead.
Yeah, we'll just crash the roll if you do that.
Which one?
Just go to a recursive rebuke and just crash the world.
Crash the world.
So this one was.
No, the other two guys.
I
That guy.
rebuke myself.
Like,
This guy?
The guy directly north of Karhu takes 11,
Mm-hmm.
and the other guy to his right takes 12.
They die, as you can see by
Dead.
the handy graph above their head. They're dead.
And the remaining lizard is up.
Oh, he takes more damage.
So this isn't even the end of round 2, by the way.
No.
He takes 9 or 4. Wisdom save. 15 DC.
Missed that.
9 points.
So 9 points.
Well, at least the things I don't have to roll for are still working.
And then he gets to do whatever he does.
Then he gets to
Cry.
pray for us to not kill
So
him.
he disengages. He disengages and runs.
Get him. Capture him.
Yeah, well, I get a
And
attack of
runs.
opportunity, don't I?
Nope. He
No,
disengages.
If he disengages,
disengage.
He uses his action to disengage from
Carhu
you,
yells, "Capture him!"
and he's
Jump in the river, little lizard man.
and he goes away. He goes away that way.
How far can he go?
Like, well, he was here. He could do.
Oh, disengages his action, so then he can take
Yes.
his full movement.
Double
so
move.
he basically moves a double move.
Yeah. So
And they
that
can't
was his
do a double
basic
move.
move.
Disengages his action, so he can't dash.
No, but he disengages and then he moves.
Right.
So it's a double move.
No, because disengage just means that you go like, "Hey, I'm leaving the fight now." It's
Yeah.
not a movement.
No, it is. It's a movement, but you can't take an action.
Right, and the action would be dashing. So
Is dash an action?
Hold on. Dash is
well,
an
it's-
action.
Yeah, because it's basically you add it onto your movement. You can double your movement if you don't.
Well, it doesn't matter.
attack.
Either dude is like here, or
Then I'm not gonna chase him.
We should chase him.
What's he gonna do?
Dude, it's fucking lizard people. There were kobolds attacking with the dragon cultists. Now there's fucking lizard people. I'd say we
Yeah,
try to
there's a
capture
good
them.
point. So he can only, the disengage action does not add any movement.
No.
It burns your action.
Yeah.
So that you only have your regular movement left.
Oh, okay. So you can just move.
So he can only move 30 feet. Or whatever it is. He can move.
Okay.
so there you go. He's
Cool.
at
Then
he's
I-
at his length.
Then I can go. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Kick his
So
ass,
he
Seabass.
did that. and
Bjorn's up.
Bjorn.
Alright. So since he's not more than 60 feet away, a bolt of lightning streaks down from the sky towards his
I wanted to
save.
capture him.
And he has to make a DC 15 save or take 21 points of damage.
DC what?
15.
For wisdom?
Reflex.
Flex.
He fails that.
So that's for 21 points.
So you think these guys were sent by the cultists today?
I don't think so. I think they're a random encounter coming out of the swamp, personally.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was
Nah,
thinking.
it's possible. Lizards do lizards live in swamps?
I would think so. I mean,
Hey, would,
He is incinerated by your lightning bolt.
would Bjorn know where these lizard dudes came from because of his like woodsiness and survival-y stuff?
You're next to a giant swamp.
Okay.
Probably Marsh.
Yeah.
So probably Marsh. Okay, I thought because they were lizardy. Karu doesn't know about this shit. He thought because like
Yeah,
one
it's,
lizard.
It's probably just anecdotal or coincidental
Yeah.
evidence. But you did come up to the edge of the marsh that afternoon before camping,
Okay,
and then they appeared.
sounds good to me.
So
all right.
it's pretty much dead to rights. It's the marsh.
Cool.
So
And this was before we had rested for the night, or this was the alarm in the middle of
This
the
is
night.
the alarm in the middle of the night.
Okay, cool.
Mordecai just sits back down where he was and goes back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't move at all.
Yeah.
Can
So we'll search the bodies, corpses.
Yeah.
If there's anything of value on them. Unlikely, but
search that body.
and Bjorn, if you want to maybe look for their trail, maybe we can trace it back to their lair.
I mean,
Destroy
if we really feel like climbing around marshes, we need tracks of cultists. So.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
we've got business.
All right.
So you find
And I'll
out
take a
that
look at the tracks and just make sure that they're not like, why didn't they, you know what, I don't know what they're looking for. They're going to go back and.
yeah, they all the tracks that you find they lead into water. So
I'm gonna heal myself too.
so around the
We're
morning
asleep.
before you head out again,
What?
We're in a sleep.
you find out that
We
about
were asleep.
Yeah, you were asleep at the
I
time.
mean, is it like, are we gonna get another 8 hours of sleep now, or are we?
Yeah, I mean, because you were attacked in the night, they give you
Yeah.
more time to rest in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
How many hit points do you get in the night?
Full.
You get
Yeah.
full?
long
okay.
rest.
Cool. I didn't remember.
So what you do find out in the morning though is that about 2 or 3 people, you kind of hear mixed rumors, but 2 or 3 other caravan guards were killed from other perimeter incursions. So there was a lot of
A lot of lizard dudes.
a lot of lizard dudes came out in different places. So they were successfully repelled overall, but the people who were camping on the edge of the marsh that night were all attacked. So
Including the cultists.
it's assumed that the cultists were also attacked.
Cool.
So this is a much bigger effort. There's a lot more going on around you than what you saw individually.
Okay.
So going back to this, and I'm going to leave you with a little bit of a cliffhanger.
Got it on a cliffhanger.
What?
On the next episode of Hoard of the Drag Queen.
Do you have a cliffhanger? Are you feeling a cliffhanger?
I think cliffhangers are a great way to end gaming sessions because the next session is usually far enough away that you need something to kind of remind you what was going on. Oh yeah, cliffhangers has more impact there.
I think it's involving Jamna. Maybe?
What's that?
Maybe Jamna. Something to do with Jamna, I'm thinking.
You think what?
I think there's something going on with this Jamna woman.
Yeah, we haven't
What do you
seen her
mean,
yet.
like, that she-
I don't know, it's just something to
Yeah,
her.
something will happen for sure. I mean, that was just foreshadowing so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys are hella close, by the way, to your buddy at the mines. Because look, you're
Are we
The
close to
Fandelver
family?
mine is right there. Vandalin is right here.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
Has it been a year?
No.
2%?
You pull out some. Go. Get your withdrawal on.
so So you spend the next couple days going around the edge of the marsh, following that road, and a little ways outside of Leylon, you encounter a place. Thank you. You encounter a place. It's Fandelver, by the way.
You can do it.
You're like, fuck it. So, right outside of Leylon, you get to the point where you basically encounter the roadhouse. So the roadhouse is a big, kind of way spot where, if you are, well-connected merchant caravaner, you can basically, it's like a big warehouse on the middle of the trade route. So you can drop off goods there. They'll buy from you and forward your money. So if you're patient, you can do deals out here on the Traverse. But it's one of those things that it's good for the commerce between the towns. It's harder for the merchants and so on. But that is the destination that you're going to. That seems to be also where the
Cultist caravan is headed.
that's where they're going to. So.
It seems
Where
like
was
they're leaving their goods there to be forwarded on.
This is not a city proper we're talking about. This is
No,
not on the map.
this is out on the wilds. It's not on the map.
Yeah.
It's,
Hey, Neve?
what?
Is it Fandeliver or is it Fandelver?
Fandelver. PJ.
Fandolin was the town, and Fandeliver were the mines.
No, you're saying it's Fandelver.
Lost finds of Fandeliver.
Fandelver.
Fandelver.
I haven't gotten one name right in this entire campaign.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
So like Skinflint and Gloom Silver.
All I hear is skin flute every time.
Skin flute.
Yeah.
It's not skin flute.
I know it's not supposed to be. It's the perfect height.
Okay, maybe a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit of skin flute going on here. All right, given the hour of the night, and I promise that just a little bit more speed picks up because that was most of it was role playing those last segments. So hopefully you understand the gravity of the mission, who's involved, more than yourselves are messing with it. But
Yeah. Should we dole out some XP for tonight, or?
oh god, XP, yes. I wasn't even tracking. Let's I gotta do it by difficulty. So basically
Sorry.
the party pulls up in the caravan to the roadhouse. The wagons pull aside.
Patrick Swayze's there, working the door.
Yeah. And
Used to be a real dump until he got there.
you see one the cultists pulling their wagons around as well. But then you see and they're not paying, they don't seem to see her, but you see
Gloom Silver.
Gemna.
Jamna. Gleam Silver.
Kind of like gets your attention from a shadow nearby where the cultist wagons are pulling over.
Hey,
And
you guys.
and she's like
Look up here.
kind of pointing at her nose and like, hey, listen. No, but like she's like,
You guys.
and she basically signals to you that this is the spot, or this is an important spot, and then she kind of fades back into the shadows.
All right.
I don't trust her.
Of course, the caravan that we're guarding, is its destination this roadhouse?
No, it's gonna go on to Neverwinter.
So we're theoretically on the hook to guard them up to Neverwinter.
Theoretically.
Wah, wah.
Just checking.
I know, I was thinking the same thing.
Okay.
Sorry, Princess Vespa.
Well, I guess we're going to end for the evening, but I think we're going to head into the roadhouse and have a few drinks.
Yep.
Dance on some tables.
They're not. It's not like a bar. It's a warehouse. It's like a work.
No.
It's a work camp.
That's not going to stop us from going in there, having some
Yeah.
drinks and dancing
Like,
on
if
some
you
tables.
wanna drink, you
we
can
are going to
drink.
drink and dance on some motherfucking tables tonight.
It's the lizard man killing victory dance.
So are we still like above the curve for power level, Tracy?
Yes. In fact, I'm only going to give you.
7.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind if we kind of caught up. Maybe that means not getting so much or something. I don't know. It just seems like we can't be challenged in combat except for like that one fight. Isn't that one fight the only fight that we've been challenged so far? The one where we beat down the half dragon.
Well, there was that. You killed my guy. Before that, too.
Well, you weren't playing though.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what fight that was that we almost died
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
It was
just
when you
Yeah,
were
that's
here.
just
I
my-
heard part of it while I was driving.
in.
I find it kind of boring to just blow everything up personally. I'd rather
Yeah,
have a
and I'm
challenge.
starting to kind of get bored with it too, because it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
So I will be. I'm gonna take some time on the next encounters and prep some stuff that's gonna be a much more significant challenge. Oh, we just lost internet connectivity again. You there?
Yeah, I can still hear you, but I lost level 20.
You lost roll 20?
Yeah, well, actually, it's Google Hangouts is complaining, actually. I mean, Google 20's been blocked for a while. Never mind. I've got a warning for Google Hangouts, but I can still hear you.
Yeah, I got a warning for roll 20 too.
Must have held on to it.
Went away online.
Anyway, yeah, the other thing I'm worried about, like, yeah, if you can increase the difficulty with tactics, that's great. But I mean, the other thing I'm worried about is if you throw in more stuff, then we get more XP. So that's like kind of a never-ending thing for you if that's how you're going to solve it.
Well, one easy way to do it is just add a hit die to every creature, or add 2 hit die to every creature.
And keep the XP the same or something.
Yeah, because then you have the same number of creatures you're fighting, but they're just harder to kill. So they have more attacks. And that's one way to do it. But what?
I'll figure it out. In the meantime, each of you gets 250 experience for the lizard folk plus the role-playing stuff on the road. And then add another. No, that's it. 250. That's what you get.
Right.
Because, but.
Any significant loot on any of those lizard guys or anything?
No.
Just coppers and pennies.
No, they didn't actually even have any money. Like, you know, and even like their clubs are you know, clubs with pieces of flint, like, you know, like wood with, you know, pieces of flint driven into it to make it, you know, more effective. But they're just big waterlogged chunks of wood, hardwood, which would be very painful.
Dan, are you at 60, 65?
No, you're way off, bro.
Well, I'm looking at my digital sheet, so I don't know if that was updated last time.
No, I'm at 8802.
Okay, I must have not updated it. 8802?
8802.
87.
And to the Twitch stream, thank you very much for watching. We're going to be back in about 2 weeks. We're still figuring out when our next long Sunday is going to be, but for now, 2 weeks from today, we are going to be entering the Roadhouse and kind of figuring out, discovering the answers that we've been seeking for the mystery of where this stuff is going and who is benefiting from it and why were these places robbed of their goods. And that's what's happening in a couple weeks, so thank you.
Cool beans.